Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Now, as we all know, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl are coming out later this year, but with all new game releases, there are always problems and concerns that the fanbase may have before the games come out, and these games are no different. I found a really cool article going over 10 of those problems that the Generation 4 remakes may face, and I wanted to go over them today with you guys. So if you're excited for today's video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try to hit 500 likes. Really does help out a lot more than you think. Leave a comment, what is the biggest problem that you think Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are going to face, and subscribe if you're brand new. We do daily Pokemon content on this channel. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and take a look at what problems could be in the Generation 4 games. Okay, so starting things off, this is the article. It is on screen rant. It will be linked in the description down below. I just thought it was an interesting one to go over because, like I say, it has 10 concerns / questions that the new games may have to face when they do come out. And the first one is, will they tie into Pokemon Legends Arceus? So it says the first question that popped into fans' heads when the trailer of Pokemon Legends Arceus succeeded BD and SP was, will these three games relate to each other or take place in the Sinnoh region after all and seem to feature the same main characters, Dawn and Lucas? Well, in my opinion, I feel like these are probably just ancestors of Dawn and Lucas. Like, they clearly aren't Dawn and Lucas, in my opinion. Obviously, they look like them, but I feel like they're probably just going to be ancestors of the main characters. Then goes on to say the game's mechanics and style are entirely different, plus they take place in two separate time periods. With Legends going back into the early days of the Sinnoh region, a bridge could join it with BD and SP, but at first glance it doesn't seem like they'll have that much in common other than the region they take place in. Yeah, I personally don't think that they will have any similarities really, apart from them being both based in the Sinnoh region. I think if anything, they'll do something similar to what they did with Pokemon Sword and Shield and Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, where if you have like saved data of Pokemon Legends Arceus, it unlocks an event in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl that allows you to find Arceus or something like that. Just like in the older games, if you had saved data of Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, you could get a Gigantamax Pikachu or Eevee in Pokemon Sword and Shield. I feel like that's the only link they'll have because, like I say, they're set so far apart and they are completely different games. One is a faithful remake, one is something that we've never seen before. So yeah, I think that question is pretty much answered. The next one is reduced lore and mythology. With Arceus playing such a prominent part of Legends, fans worry that the mythology that makes Sinnoh such a unique region will be reduced in BD and SP to save it for Legends. Dialga and Palkia are still the game mascots, and their role in the games will probably remain intact. However, many expected the remakes to expand on Sinnoh's lore and finally provide some answers to Arceus' true role in the Pokemon universe. Alas, if answers are indeed provided, it'll most likely be in Legends. I agree with that. I mean, like, Legends is a game that is clearly going to be revolving around Arceus. I mean, the Pokemon's name is in the title, which I think is something we've needed for a long time. Arceus is literally the god Pokemon. It created everything, but it wasn't really getting any limelight at all. So I think a game like this surrounding this Pokemon is definitely something that we needed, and I think all the lore and mythology will be in Pokemon Legends Arceus. There's books and stuff in previous games and in the Sinnoh games about Arceus, but I feel like a game surrounding this Pokemon is definitely something 100% that it needed. The next one is, how will the underground work, which is a big one. Will it have online? Will it just be very much local communication like the original Diamond and Pearl? This is a big part of Generation 4 games, is the unique underground experience, a vast world existing beneath the Sinnoh region. The underground is where players can build their secret bases and interact with others. Sword and Shield included a similar feature with camps, which also incorporated elements from Generation 6's Pokemon Refresh. Players can also mine for treasures like fossils, evolution stones, and spheres, the underground's primary currency. All of this took place at the bottom screen of the Nintendo DS, and the stylus were a major part of the experience. So fans wonder how this particular feature translates into Nintendo Switch. Now obviously we know the underground is in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. We saw a picture of it, which is right here. I feel like it would be the perfect place to have like an online hub. It doesn't look like it from just this screenshot here, but maybe they're playing offline. I feel like if you went down to the underground, you could have like a lobby of like 20 people. You could all random strangers, or you could do like friends lobbies, and then obviously you can find each other's secret bases, because in the original ones you could set traps. Obviously you make your secret base, you could go mining for stuff like this. It was such a good experience. I spent so long in the underground, and I really think that they could do such a good job with the underground in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I feel like they won't, because it's going to be a faithful remake. In my opinion, I feel like it's not even going to be online in the underground. I think it's just going to be local communication again, which would suck. But fingers crossed that they do something. The next one is quite a big one, and is uneven Pokedex. So it says, it's no secret that Diamond and Pearl Pokedex is uneven at best. The lack of fire-type Pokemon is an actual design flaw, but some of Sinnoh's most famous and great Pokemon like Rotom, Gliscor, Togekiss, Rhyperior, and of course Giratina don't appear until the expansion introduced in Pokemon Platinum. If the Diamond and Pearl lacking dex is used in the remakes, fans will certainly complain, especially when Platinum is a more balanced and overall better option. In my opinion, I think it's just going to have the Platinum dex. They know that they messed up with the original Diamond and Pearl Pokedex, with there literally just being 2 fire types, the Chimchar line and the Ponyta line. They know they messed up. It's a massive meme now. They corrected it in Platinum, and also in Platinum you have Porygon Z, which obviously has been featured in the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl trailer. I feel like they did that for a reason, to show people that it's going to be the Platinum dex, because obviously it didn't appear in the original one. So yeah, I feel like the Pokedex story, whether we're going to have the national dex or not, is obviously completely different. Personally, I think we'll have all the Pokemon up to Generation 4 like we had in the original games, and I don't think we'll have any Gen 5, 6, 7, 8 Mons, although, but yeah, I think we'll have the main Platinum dex as like the regional dex in this game. Next up, it says, will HMs return? Always a big question, because HMs they made the game more difficult, and a lot of people appreciated the challenges, but it feels like it's a lot easier now since the games have evolved to kind of take HMs out of it. It says, HMs used to be the bane of Pokemon players' existence. Necessarily to navigate the region, those hidden machines, with some very notable exceptions, are mostly useless in battle. This means that every team needs an exclusive Pokemon to learn these moves, a so-called HM Mule. Sinnoh has possibly the best mule in the games, being Bidoof, but that doesn't mean that HMs are any less of a drag. The mechanics disappeared in Generation 6 and have mostly stayed away, though many fear they'll make a return in BD and SP, and that's Generation 7, I think, and I think the last one was Generation 7 when I said that. And considering a Sinnoh journey requires a whopping 8 HMs, players aren't too excited by the idea. I have no idea if HMs are going to return. Because they're faithful remakes, I really couldn't tell you. I think it's just 50-50. They might be in there because they were in the original ones. They might not be. I think when they talk about faithful remake, I think they're talking about like the towns and the cities and stuff, that they're all going to be the same. It does say that it's going to have a modern touch, so that modern touch could be fairy types, no HMs, mega evolutions, anything like that. We'll just have to wait and see, but I really don't know if HMs are going to be in the games or not. Number 5, it says no Dynamax or Gigantamax or Megas, because the trailer clearly states several times actually that BD and SP are faithful remakes of the original. Fans believe none of the recent gimmicks will make an appearance in the games. Many believe that Dynamax and Gigantamax would somehow make their way into Sinnoh, but that always seemed like a long shot. Others expected to see Mega Evolutions return, considering 2 of Sinnoh's most famous Pokemon, Lucario and Garchomp, have Megas, but that doesn't seem to be the case either. If none of these flashy features appear in the Generation 4 remakes, then their appeal somewhat diminishes, especially because Gen 3's remakes did include Mega Evolutions. I mean, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire obviously weren't faithful remakes. They were a little bit different, and obviously they had the Delta episode as well at the end. I feel like there's a reason they're telling us it's faithful remakes, but at the end of the day, we do have the merch and stuff with Mega Evolutions. Merch is always something to take a look at, because it does kind of pave the way open to ideas of Mega Evolutions, so we'll have to wait and see for that. I really hope that Mega Evolution are in these games. I feel like they definitely could be, but we're probably going to get a trailer about that at some point in the future to answer that question. I feel like it needs to have something like that, because as I said in a previous video, if it's the exact same game with nothing different, then all you're literally buying is a 3D version of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, which isn't exactly something that a lot of people are going to be happy about, because they'll probably just want to play the original. Number 4, and this is a massive one for me, will Cynthia be toned down? For nearly 14 years now, the name Cynthia has inspired fear in the hearts of Pokemon trainers. Indeed, out of all of the Great League champions, none ever came close to Cynthia, the champion of the Sinnoh region. Her team is aggressively balanced, her Roserade is freakishly strong, her Gastrodon is bulky as hell, and back in Generation 4, her Spiritomb had no weaknesses, but it's her Garchomp that truly makes the battle brutal. Considering how easy the last few games were, fans worry that Cynthia will be toned down in the remakes, making her a considerably less challenging opponent. If this does happen, fans will definitely be upset. Yeah, this is definitely something that will upset me, and I think a lot of people as well. I don't understand what would be the need to tone down Cynthia. Like, they know that Cynthia has been like one of the hardest champions to date, if not the hardest. Her team was ridiculously balanced, having like Milotic, obviously Garchomp, Lucario, Spiritomb, all these Pokemon that are just really hard-hitting Pokemon that, you know, you'd expect the champion to have. If they tone her down, it's just gonna ruin like that massive ending to Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Like, when you beat the original Elite Four and then you got to Cynthia, that was the hardest part, and it was the hardest part for a reason. In games like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, I don't even know if the champions Pokemon had full movesets. It was that bad. And I really hope they do not tone down Cynthia in the remakes. I got a feeling they won't, and I really hope they don't. Number 3 out of 10 is more of the same. The remake's faithful and carefully preserved approach didn't sit well with a lot of people. After all, what's the point of a remake if it offers nothing new? If it's just the same game again, what's the point of buying it? Especially when millions of fans can simply replay the original Diamond and Pearl. Exactly what I said. Just like their cinematic counterparts, video game remakes need to update the story and justify their existence. And if it's just a remaster, then why not market it as such? A lot of questions remain about the story and gameplay, but for now, many remain apprehensive and doubtful about the remake's success. Yeah, this is exactly what I've been talking about. If they don't do anything new, then there's literally no point of buying the game, because it's literally just going to be a 3D version of Diamond and Pearl. I'm confident that they're going to do new things. I'm confident that there's going to be new Mega Evolutions, that maybe there's going to be a really cool post game and stuff like that. But again, I don't want to get my hopes up, because I know what Pokemon are like, and I feel like if there's an easy way out, they'll probably take it, and it might just be by creating the exact same game. Number 2, we have, will there be a Platinum episode / DLC? So Aura's obviously incorporated Pokemon Emerald's most important elements in the Delta episode that took place after the ending of the main storyline. Considering the Sinnoh remakes will keep Dialga and Palkia as mascots, many wonder if a similar Platinum episode will either be included at the end of VD and SP or released as a 2022 DLC. I don't think these games will get DLC. I personally think there's just going to be a Distortion World post-game in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I also think there's going to be events as well for Shaman, for Darkrai, for Arceus. I feel like they need to, you know, because those were incorporated into the original games. It's just you can't access them without hacking. So they were always going to do them. So yeah, I hope that there is some sort of massive DLC at the end, because, you know, I don't even know if the Shiny Charm's going to be in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And obviously if the Shiny Charm's not in it, a lot of people are going to be put off Shiny hunting. It doesn't look like the online features are going to be anything crazy. Like, there's going to be trading and battling and stuff, but nowhere near as in-depth as Pokemon Sword and Shield is going to be. Like, I definitely think Pokemon Sword and Shield is still going to be the main hub of online battling. So yeah, they need to make the replayability of this game somewhat entertaining, and I think a Distortion World DLC or post game is definitely not. And finishing things off, number 1 out of 10 is the animation style, the chibi style nobody was expecting to see in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, myself included. A lot of people were hoping to see Sword and Shield graphics for the Diamond and Pearl remakes, even though people complained about that anyway. But either way, they can't win. Obviously Game Freak aren't making this, they're making Pokemon Legends Arceus. But either way, it's grown on me. I know, I understand a lot of people didn't want to see it and are not happy with it. I get that completely. But even says here, not everyone disliked it, though many appreciate the respect these remakes seem to have for the originals and enjoy the nostalgic sense that surrounds them. For better or worse, the remakes certainly sparked conversation, and it'll be up to the Pokemon Company to deliver a game that either relives or confirms fans' concerns. So yeah, I think this is a really cool article. I like things like this, like talking about, you know, what could be the problems, the questions that they need on the game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. I definitely want to do more of these kind of videos, like more problems they may face when maybe with Pokemon Legends Arceus and stuff like that. So if you do want to see stuff like that, make sure to drop a comment, leave a like if you enjoy. Let's hit 500. Subscribe if you're brand new, and keep up to date with all the Pokemon news and everything like that. That's everything from me though. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.